We are Sally, Adam, and the baby captain, and we just bought a 32 feet sailboat for $4,000 US. And did I mention that we have no idea how to actually sail? So why would we even do such a thing? And what is our plan with this boat? And where are we going to sail it? Well, today we're gonna talk about it.
Well, I had a dream that I stayed in Milwaukee and we do crosswords with coffee every Sunday before noon.
We are back on the boat again, but today we aren't going sailing. These last few days here in Denmark, there's been a crazy rainstorm. I think yesterday we had 4 times the amount of rain that we usually have in the whole month of July. So a lot of rain, and our boat was a little bit underwater. but we'll talk more about that in the next video. Today we're just gonna sit down with you and have a chat so you can get to know us. You can get an idea of what you can expect from us and the videos that we'll make here on this channel. And one thing we quickly want to mention, because there's so many of you who watched one of our other videos who asked this question. When I first sailed this boat home with the help of a friend, none of us had a license here in Denmark to sail the boat. And you're like, how can you even do this? Is that not illegal? And no, here in Denmark you don't need a license to sail a sailboat that is less than 15 meters long. Now, it's probably still a very good idea to have this license, and actually tomorrow I am going to take this license, but mainly just to get better at sailing, not particularly for the license itself.
No, you'll never have to show the papers, right?
No.
So why even buy a boat? And well, we've always been huge fans of traveling and traveling full time. We'll talk about that in a little later. Well, as you may know, if you've seen our other videos, we just had a baby, which just made us realize that suddenly our day-to-day life became very predictable. You know, like I went to bed and I was like, oh, what did I do today? Okay, like I washed clothes, washed some more clothes. I bathed my baby. I made dinner. I grocery shopped, and that was the day. And that was also the day before, and the day before that. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm very, very happy with my life. I'm not complaining at all. But I did feel a bit sad because everything was just the same every day. And it just made me realize how important this feeling of adventure is for both of us. You know, it's what's really fun. It's that's how we want to live.
Yeah, for many years we kind of built our lives around traveling as much as possible, around traveling full time. And we kind of realized, yeah, now with the baby, of course we haven't done any traveling for the past year and a half now, and we're a little bit bored. But we also realized if we want to travel a lot now, it's just going to be very different from what we're used to. Traveling in a sailboat is actually not a bad way to travel with a baby, because when you travel with a baby you need so many things, like so much stuff.
So much crap.
So it's a pretty good way to travel. Like, it's slow, you can, take things as you go, wait for the right weather, and you have everything you need on your little boat here.
And you don't feel bad if he screams all night. There's no one here. It's just the ocean. The fishes don't mind.
True. It's not that we just kind of grabbed the boat out of the blue. It has been something that I've been thinking about for many years, like, oh, this could be cool. And I've watched like all these sailing YouTubers for many years, but it's always been more of that, oh yeah, that's cool, but I could never do such a thing. But I think one day we were just like, why not?
Yeah, we had the money, we had the time. We suddenly lived right next door to the shore, so our boat is like 5 minutes away, which was very, very convenient.
Yeah, so we don't live here on the boat. We have a house a few minutes away, as Sally mentioned, a house that we purchased last year when we stopped traveling full time. Before we started making sailing videos, I made another video talking about like how we purchased the house. We purchased it cash, like we're in the countryside basically, so it's really cheap. And the whole idea is just to have very low expenses. So of course that also helps us in buying a boat and having those extra expenses that very likely will come with the boat. But then why buy a very cheap boat Like this boat costs us 4,000 US dollars. And I mean, here in Denmark, there are quite a lot of boats around this size and around this price. Because, they're old and there are just so many boats and not a lot of people who want to purchase them. So, I mean, just supply and demand, they can be pretty cheap. And there are a lot of things like very wrong with this boat that we need to fix. Some things that we need to fix ASAP. And, some things that are more cosmetic and that we'll want to change just for our own sake. But the first reason we bought this cheap boat is because, like, that was all the free money we had that we could use.
That was basically all of our savings gone at once.
We, of course, could have saved up money for a longer time and bought a bigger, nicer boat, maybe. But at the same time, we're just like, I don't know, when we get an idea, we just, let's do it now, and then we can learn along the way. And that is one of the key reasons also. It's a little bit easier to learn when it's a cheap boat. Like, if we ground it, if we destroy it, I mean, like, very worst case, we didn't lose that much money. And also that it does need a lot of work. That is a chance for us to learn how to actually do a lot of the boat work. So if that we one day buy another boat, we will have all that knowledge and experience from this boat.
Trial and error boat.
A beater boat. Okay, but earlier maybe it sounded a little bit weird, like this, we kind of build our life around travel and everything. So we just like very briefly want to, I guess, share like our story, like how we came to this point where we bought a boat with no sailing experience. Yeah, so back in the day, I guess, which is now 7-8 years ago or something, we were, doing the normal thing, going to university, just working full time, that kind of thing. But then in 2019, I think, Sally was diagnosed with MS, which is multiple sclerosis,
Multiple sclerosis.
multiple sclerosis,
Oh my god.
which is a pretty nasty chronic illness.
Yeah, so basically MS is this disease where you can like gradually become worse. Your vision, your muscles, your everything can be affected. And that just made me realize, like, I really have to take care of myself and my body, like my diet. And I was studying to be a nursery teacher at the time, which is probably the most stressful job there is. And it just made me realize, like, I can't do this. And I had this feeling like, life is short. I really became like in this depressive mode, and I just like reinvented my whole life, actually, kind of. I guess we did. And I just wanted to do something really good for myself. I wanted to make myself like have a life where I could take a nap if I wanted to. Can't take a nap at work. And just to be able to take care of myself, if I want to work 5 hours a week, and if I'm able to do that, like I will do that for myself and for my body to prevent this ugly disease. And that was really my motivation to just do this crazy thing and become like a digital nomad and just like travel the world and buy a boat and whatnot. It really didn't come from like a whole life of dreaming. It kind of came like, oh fuck, this happened, now we have to do something else.
Yeah, I guess so. Kind of what happened, we just had that big switch, like, okay, we need to do something different. And at that point, I had started working a little bit for myself, like as a photographer, videographer. And Sally also started working for herself, doing online marketing. But we were making like barely any money, at least not enough to survive in Copenhagen. But very soon we kind of got to a point and we did some math, like, okay, if we leave everything behind and travel to, well, countries that are more affordable on the Danish kroner, like, we could go now. And so we did. The plan was just to travel for 6 months or something, but we ended up traveling for years. Then we went back, settled back in Denmark, got a baby, bought a boat. But basically it's I guess what you said is like that search of freedom, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
It's the freedom to work for ourselves.
It's a freedom to choose.
Yeah.
Everything.
And now with the baby, we are very happy with that as well, because we can spend a lot of time with him. We don't have to ship him off to daycare or something like in a few months or anything. We can take things very chill and spend a lot of time with him. So yeah, I mean, that's how we ended up here, and our whole motivation behind doing all of this is like a different lifestyle where I guess we put ourselves first and our baby first, spending time together. But then, like, how do we make money if we've been like traveling full time the whole time for years and now got a boat and everything? How do we actually make money? So I have been a freelance photographer, videographer, video editor for, I guess, yeah, 5 or 6 years now. Baby Captain is waking up. And we've actually also been making YouTube videos for a couple of years now. It's mainly been like a hobby thing because I really like making videos. So we've been making videos from our travels and like travel guys here from Copenhagen and Denmark. And that does earn a little bit of money, but it's like we're talking a couple $100 a month maybe. And now here we are making sailing YouTube videos.
So basically, what I did was online marketing. So I was helping my clients with their online visibility, mainly Instagram, email, and websites. And now I am on a long maternity leave with our little baby.
But okay, let's talk about our plans, our sailing plans, our travel plans for right now and maybe even for next year. Because obviously right now it's all about just learning how to sail for us. I mean, we've only been out on the water, you know, a few times. So it's just all about learning how to sail. But that doesn't mean we don't have like dreams and plans and ideas of what we want to do. So in this year, we just want to get out there as much as possible. That's why I start taking this course tomorrow, just to get better and so we can sail like basically every time the weather is good enough. And then this year we'll just explore around here in Denmark and maybe head over to Sweden and yeah, just be out on the water as much as possible. And then come winter time, we'll probably dig very deep and do a lot of boat work to get this boat ready for spring.
So our goal right now and main dream, I don't know if it's like completely crazy, but what we want to do is we want to take this boat at spring. We want to take it through the canals of Europe and we want to end up in the Mediterranean, that's a tough word, Mediterranean Sea. And from there, we just want to sail around and enjoy life. Maybe with a friend or two, I don't know, but that's what we want to do. You know, we want to go to Greece, we want to go to Italy, France. We just want to explore, you know, because it's been a while now. And Europe has a lot to offer as well. Usually we're in Asia, but it's going to be really, really nice to just explore Europe and especially Greece. I can't wait for Greece. That beautiful water.
Yeah, and so that trip through the canals of Europe, I think will also be a really cool trip. It should probably take maybe 2 months or something. And it's like very chill, just motoring all the way through. And I think it's again a pretty good way to travel with the little baby. It's very chill. We can stop when we want, and even down in the Mediterranean, you know, we can, because we're not obviously not going to do any huge crossing or anything with no experience and a little baby. So we want to be able to keep things easy and short for ourselves, even into next year as we just gain more and more experience. So yeah, that is the main plan. And what we are like working towards, I guess, is to do that huge trip next year. And that will also really, I think, impact how we want to, you know, restore the boat and work on the boat, because we want to be able to go to Greece and be on anchor for a week. So we definitely need a lot of upgrades on the boat to be able to handle a trip like this. And again, maybe it's crazy, and I am sure that some of you will let us know what you really think. But you know, people have done crazier things. And I mean, I have quite a lot of confidence that we are able to do it, especially with the help of all of you, because even on our like first few videos, we have just given us so many tips, like what to do and what to do with the boat and the boat work and all of this. So especially with your help, you know, I think we are able to pull it off. But if you have any thoughts on our plans and like what we would need to do with the boat and everything, just, I mean, let us know, help us out, or perhaps bring us back down to earth. But next video, we're gonna do a lot of boat work again. We bought a lot of new tools. We bought a lot of the things we need to actually fix up some of the leaks, have a better look at the engine and so on. So in the next video, we're going to dive a little bit deeper and fix some of the pretty big issues here on the boat, especially after that big rainstorm.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to follow our crazy boat adventure.